guys, so in this video we're going to be moving this retweet and quote tweet into its own component here. This is simply just to simplify the process. So if we go ahead and here say PHP artisan make Livewire components, and in this case we're going to put it on the side tweets. I'm going to call this retweet action, just like that. And then all we have to do is take this bit here and let's say Livewire components trees, and then we call this retweet action. Pass through a tweet, in here we just need to copy and paste this bit in, and let's take a look at this. So currently we need to go inside retweet action. In here let's make sure we are rendering a view. There we go. So let's take a look at this. Undefined variable tweet. Let's look at inside at tweet actions. In here we want to have a view, public tweet model as tweet, like this, and then we want to just go inside to the tweet component. There we go. So we should have exactly the same functionality. Click anywhere outside of it and it will stop. That's fine. Perfect. So all we have to do now is basically inside retweet action here is we're going to go ahead and create a function here. So let's call this public function get we tweet count, and this will return a string or an integer. So the reason why this may return a string or an integer instead of just a specific amount. So if we go in here, put 1, then you will see we have that number there. But we want to go ahead and say this, and then we want to just get this. The reason for that is because we can then use, in this case, real-time functionality to automatically update this function here. So in here I just want to return for now a number, and let's just say abbreviate a very large number here, and we get 20k. So that's basically what we're doing here. But if I, for example, just put in 2, let's just say 2. So that's why it could be both a number or string we get returned here. So what we want to do actually in this case is we want to get the amount of retweets we've had. And to do that, what we can go ahead and say in here is return the number abbreviate. In here we just want to return this tweet retweets count. So inside our tweet model we don't have a retweet functionality yet, so let's go ahead and add that. So all we want to do in here is essentially just go ahead and say public function retweet as many, return this has many. And we want to go ahead and close this. We want to put in the tweet class, and in here then we just want to have a original tweet ID. And you can see all of these have now got 0. If we go into our database here, into our here, we could go ahead, just refresh this. We could go ahead and say that this one here is going to be related to ID number 11. And if we put text in here, that will be a quote, but if we don't put text in here, it's not a quote. So you can see that this one now has 1 here, which is perfect. And then what we should be able to go ahead and do in here now is actually just listen for changes here. So inside our tweet actions, we should actually be able to tell in this case using echo if we have any changes. So let's go ahead and start on that now. So on echo tweets, and we want to go ahead and create something here. So let's go ahead and say PHP and make event, and let's call this retweet count updated. In here, we just want to go ahead and say retweet count updated. And inside this one here, we need to just have a few different things. So we need to implement should broadcast now. And otherwise, we just need to have a pretty simple thing here, which is just the ability to get into trees, and the likes can also be passed through if we want to. We just need the tweet ID primarily here. So basically that's all we need. We send this through to the tweet channel, pass it through here. So when we retweet, we should now be able to get an update here. Right now, this won't work fully, so that's because we need to implement the retweet functionality. But it shouldn't be too difficult to do that. So that's how we basically get the count and how we'll be listening for retweet updates. In the next video, we're gonna start working on retweets, then work our way up to quotes, likes, and then adding images and so on. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.